Want to welcome everyone to the Central Zone 14 and Under Championships. This is our Friday 11 to 14 prelims session. We are excited to have everyone here and hope for some fast swims. We are going to get started with event 13. The girls 11 and 12, 200 meter IM. There are two heats. In this first heat of prelims, lane 1, Charlotte Wachter, Team Lake Erie. Lane 2, Aria Armstrong, Team Minnesota. Lane 3, Lilu Thompson, Team Minnesota. Lane 4, Lucy Paradis, Team Wisconsin. Lane 5, Carson Ward, Team Missouri Valley. Lane 6, Melinda Zhang, Team Missouri Valley. Lane 7, Siggy Mattis, Team Missouri Valley. And in lane 8, Frankie Martino, Team Iowa. This is heat 1 of 2. Heat 2. Swimming in lane 1, Stella Schmidt, Lake Erie. Lane 2, Maddie Matthiasen, Team Minnesota. Lane 3, Isa Mork, Team Minnesota. Lane 4, Kelly Burke, Team Wisconsin. Lane 5, Claire Goslin, Team Michigan. Lane 6, Emma Ng, Team Michigan. Lane 7, Anna Lee, Team Minnesota. And in lane 8, Dana Assad, Team Iowa. Heat 2 of 2. Event 14, boys 11 and 12, 200 meter IM, heat 1 of 2. In lane 1, Colton Pellet, Team Iowa. Lane 2, Braden Chen, Team Lake Erie. Lane 3, Ozzy Ledesma, Team Michigan. Lane 4, Austin Wack, Team Michigan. Lane 5, Gavin Kimak, Team Lake Erie. Lane 6, Daniel Yelizarov, Team Michigan. Lane 7, Maxim Nesdrin, Team Missouri Valley. Heat 1 of 2. Heat 2. In lane 1, Matt Reed, Team Iowa. Lane 2, Quinn Yarbrough, Team Wisconsin. Lane 3, Grayson Ludall, Team Minnesota. Lane 4, Elliott Leisure, Team Minnesota. Lane 5, Hudson Brennan, Team Minnesota. Lane 6, Dimitri Pronin, Team Wisconsin. Lane 7, Ellis Briley, Team Missouri Valley. And in lane 8, Connor Miller, Team Minnesota. Heat 2 of 2. Reminder swimmers for events 17 and 18 for the 50-meter backstroke. You will be starting at the north end of the pool by the gold wall. Event 15, girls 13 and 14, 200-meter IM, heat 1 of 3. Swimming in lane 1, Kimber Corwin, Team Iowa. Lane 2, Caroline Nielsen, Team Wisconsin. Lane 3, Chandler Offerman, Team Minnesota. Lane 4, Avery Antonioski, Team Wisconsin. Lane 5, Helena Mattis, Team Missouri Valley. Lane 6, Paige Krings, Team Minnesota. Lane 7, Marion Kielwheat, Team Minnesota. And in lane 8, Stella Oliverio, Team Lake Erie, heat 1 of 3. Swimming in lane 1, Mia Dongoske, Team Minnesota. Lane 2, Elise Brazale, Team Wisconsin. Lane 3, Kaya Casey, Team Minnesota. Lane 4, Jayla Cusack, Team Michigan. Lane 5, Madison Shyrock, Team Missouri Valley. Lane 6, Rachel Berzinski, Team Wisconsin. Lane 7, Ella Marsh, Team Missouri Valley. And in lane 8, Nora Landon, Team Iowa. This is Heat 2 of 3. Heat 3. Swimming in lane 1, Sarah Johnson, Team Wisconsin. Lane 2, Lauren Kamasa, Team Wisconsin. Lane 3, Tessa Hansen, Team Wisconsin. Lane 4, Claire Christiansen, Team Minnesota. Lane 5, Neva Sanders, Minnesota. Lane 6, Amira Wen Ingsalby, Team Minnesota. Lane 7, Abigail Fromelt, Team Wisconsin. And lane 8, Lorelei Kaufman, Team Lake Erie. Heat 3 of 3. Results for tonight's Event 13, Girls 11 12, 200 meter IM final. This is our first announcement. In the B final, Frankie Martino, Team Iowa. Dana Assad, Team Iowa. Charlotte Wachter, Team Lake Erie. Aria Armstrong, Team Minnesota. Siggy Mattis, Team Missouri Valley. Stella Schmidt, Team Lake Erie. Melinda Zong, Team Missouri Valley. In your A final, Anna Lay, Team Minnesota. Maddie Mathiasen, Team Minnesota. Isa Mork, Team Minnesota. Lee Lou Thompson, Team Minnesota. Lucy Paradis, Team Wisconsin. Carson Ward, Team Missouri Valley. Emma Ng, Team Michigan. And Kelly Burke, Team Wisconsin. It is currently 9 a.m. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Event 16, boys 13-14, 200-meter IM, heat 1 of 5. Swimming in lane 3, Carlisle Beltran, Team Missouri Valley. Lane 4, Ethan Hong, Team Michigan. And swimming in lane 5, Reed McCammon, Team Michigan. Heat 1 of 5. We have our results for event 14, the boys 11 and 12 200-meter IM. This is for your final for tonight. In the B final, Connor Miller, Team Minnesota. Colton Pellet, Team Iowa. Matt Reed, Team Iowa. Ellis Briley, Team Missouri Valley. Maxim Nasdrin, Team Missouri Valley. Braden Chen, Team Lake Erie. In your A final, Quinn Yarbrough, Team Wisconsin. Daniel Yelizarov, Team Michigan. Gavin Kimak, Team Lake Erie. Ozzy Ledesma, Team Michigan. Dimitri Peronin, Team Wisconsin. Grayson Ludall, Team Minnesota. Austin Wack, Team Michigan. And Elliott Leisure, Team Minnesota. It is currently 9:03. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Heat 2. Swimming in lane 1, Danny Warren, Team Lake Erie. Lane 2, Henry Christensen, Team Missouri Valley. Lane 3, Rowan Irwin, Team Minnesota. Lane 4, Brandon Cott, Team Minnesota. Lane 5, Sam Bergen, Team Wisconsin. Lane 6, Leighton Yerkes, Team Minnesota. And lane 7, Will Vandenbush, Team Wisconsin. Heat 2 of 5. Announcement, coaches and swimmers. Event 34, the boys 11 and 12 200-meter butterfly. Heat 2 will be swam in the evening session as a final. We will swim Heat 1 here this morning, but Heat 2 of event 34 will be swam tonight during the final. While you're in the stands, don't forget to drop by our concession stand. Buy yourself a snack. Sitting in the stands is never fun, but it's a little bit better with popcorn. Heat 3. In lane 1, Rice Jenkins, Team Wisconsin. Lane 2, Henry Bolt, Team Wisconsin. Lane 3, Parker Miller, Team Minnesota. Lane 4, Henry Zanton, Team Wisconsin. Lane 5, William Zuo, Team Minnesota. Lane 6, Kipton Helmrich, Team Minnesota. Lane 7, Freddie Capelli, Team Wisconsin. And in lane 8, Reed Turney, Team Lake Erie. More results for tonight's finals. Event 15, girls 13 and 14, 200 meter IM. Your alternates are Mia Dungoski, Team Minnesota. Kimber Corwin, Team Iowa. Your B final, Chandler Offerman, Team Minnesota. Sarah Johnson, Team Wisconsin. Amira Nguyen Isbale, Team Minnesota. Lauren Kamasa, Team Wisconsin. Kaya Casey, Team Minnesota. Rachel Berzinski, Team Wisconsin. Marion Calwheat, Team Minnesota. Ella Marsh, Team Missouri Valley. In your A final, Abigail Fromelt, Team Wisconsin. Tessa Hansen, Team Wisconsin. Helena Mattis, Team Missouri Valley. Madison Shyrock, Team Missouri Valley. Jaya Kutsak, Team Michigan. Claire Christiansen, Team Minnesota. Neva Sanders, Team Minnesota. And Avery Antonuski, Team Wisconsin. It is 9:08 a.m. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Heat 4. Swimming in lane 1, Henry Prawl, Team Wisconsin. Lane 2, Clayton Treharn, Team Iowa. Lane 3, Ben Susel, Team Iowa. Lane 4, Jaiwen Shu, Team Minnesota. Lane 5, Antonio Belazar, Team Michigan. Lane 6, Isaiah Jacob, Team Minnesota. Lane 7, Riley Burke, Team Wisconsin. And in lane 8, Kai Maeda, Team Minnesota. Heat 4 of 5. Reminder, swimmers, for your 50 backstroke, you are starting at the north end of the pool by the gold wall under the American flag. Look for the cows. Heat 5. In lane 1, Lucas Vargas, Team Wisconsin. Lane 2, Braden Greer, Team Lake Erie. Lane 3, Benjamin Wisotsky, Team Wisconsin. Lane 4, Max Garbax, Team Wisconsin. Lane 5, Jackson Logsdon, Team Michigan. Lane 6, Braden McGuire, Team Iowa. Lane 7, Jasper Barone, Team Minnesota. And in lane 8, James Yon, Team Lake Erie. Heat 5 of 5. I guess lane 4, Max Garbax with Wisconsin, didn't care it was a prelim. He decided to swim a meet record anyways. Up next, we have event 17, girls 11 and 12, 50-meter backstroke. Heat 1 of 5. Heat 1. Lane 3, Maeve Parkins, Wisconsin. Lane 4, Autumn McIntosh, Missouri Valley. And lane 5, Amelia Lowry, Team Wisconsin. Heat 1 of 5. Heat 2. Lane 1, Morgan Rutherford. Lane 2, Bryn Palmer. Lane 3, Paige Turnbow. Lane 4, Mary Bowe. Lane 5, Bella Jimenez. Lane 6, Megan Havord. Lane 7, Nora Fu. And Lane 8, Emmy Wen. Heat 2 of 5. Please quiet at the starts, especially after the long whistle. Quiet at the starts. Heat 3. Lane 1, Olivia Van Gilder. Lane 2, Elena Lumens. Lane 3, Grayson Schindhelm. Lane 4, Lucy Paradis. Lane 5, Raina Boxwell. Lane 6, Maddie Stanger. Lane 7, Avery Bradley. And then Lane 8, Haley Herman. Heat 3 of 5. Heat 4. Lane 1, Lena Aronis. Lane 2, Claire Arela. Lane 3, Livy Solt. Lane 4, Hayden Benbow. Lane 5, Sabrina Brillmeyer. Lane 6, Raylan Anderson. Lane 7, Olivia Strickler. And Lane 8, Clara Lauritsen. Heat 4 of 5. Reminder, event 34, the second heat is swam tonight with the finals. Heat 5. Lane 1, Ashlyn Burns. Lane 2, Lottie Smith. Lane 3, Gracie Turnbull. Lane 4, Macy Severud. Lane 5, Lilu Thompson. Lane 6, Ella Urban. Lane 7, Kerrigan McKim. And Lane 8, Delia Wagstaff. Heat 5 of 5. Event 18, boys 11 and 12, 50-meter backstroke, heat 1 of 3. In lane 2, Yusuf Omar. Lane 3, Cash Hungerholt. Lane 4, Grant Nugent. Lane 5, Leighton Norum. Lane 6, Anthony Dorenzo. Heat 1 of 3. Heat 2. Lane 2, Charlie Reynolds. Lane 3, Bo Breckenridge. Lane 4, Tupper Gorman. Lane 5, Adrian Sanchez. Lane 6, Warwick Kearns. Lane 7, Sam Maison. Heat 2 of 3. Heat 3. Lane 2, Landon Dudinsky. Lane 3, Matthew Whitmire. Lane 4, Sheldon Lamb. Lane 5, Grayson Ludall. Lane 6, Connor Miller. Lane 7, Eamon Hubie. Heat 3 of 3. Event 19, girls 13 and 14 50-meter backstroke, heat 1 of 4. Lane 1, Karina Gatke. Lane 2, Aaron Drayton. Lane 3, Grace Hotstetler. Lane 4, Kalia Lampe. Lane 5, Julia Turner. Lane 6, Elise Meir. And Lane 7, Susanna Lowry. Heat 1 of 4. Heat 2. Lane 1, Casey McAllister. Lane 2, Sasha Weiner. Lane 3, Nala Mametela. Lane 4, Miranda Phelps. Lane 5, Keely Wheeler. Lane 6, Sophie Schneider. Lane 7, Addie Hines. And Lane 8, Kaylee Von Ruden. Heat 2 of 4. Heat 3. Lane 1, Iris Sorensen Wagner. Lane 2, Bea Burke. Lane 3, Emma Sina. Lane 4, Tay Martin. Lane 5, Jada Ripke. Lane 6, Georgia Grant. Lane 7, Catherine Sorby. And Lane 8, Storm Thomas. Heat 3 of 4. Heat 4. Lane 1, Julia Barral. Lane 2, Vivian Uchig. Lane 3, Chelsea Willenbring. Lane 4, Avery Antonuski. Lane 5, Dahlia Brown. Lane 6, Kate Kundert. Lane 7, Adriana Drake. And in lane 8, Maddie Parent. Heat 4 of 4. Event 20, boys 13-14, 50-meter backstroke, heat 1 of 4. Swimming in lane 3, Santi Diaz. Lane 4, Sam Bergen. Lane 5, Parker Hicks. And in lane 6, Charlie Craig, heat 1 of 4. Heat 2. Okay. Lane 1, Jude Linderblood. Lane 2, Josh Peters. Lane 3, Brecken Curran. Lane 4, Jackson Logsdon. Lane 5, Diedrich Wallacek. Lane 6, Brandon Cott. Lane 7, Eric Spencer. Lane 8, Tanner Copeland. Heat 3. Swimming in lane 1, Jonah Watanabe. Lane 2, Tio Figueroa. Lane 3, Noah Landry. Lane 4, Ian Kimack. Lane 5, Kipton Helmrich. Lane 6, Sam Christie. Lane 7, Briggs Borchardt. And in lane 8, Javi Gomez Mendoza. Heat 3 of 4. Heat 4 of 4. Lane 1, Greg Flermoen. Lane 2, Leon Bykov. Lane 3, Rowan Geiger. Lane 4, Graham Henderson. Lane 5, Alex Engelhart. Lane 6, Riley Burke. Lane 7, Braden Greer. Lane 8, Logan Christian. Heat 4 of 4. Moving back to the other end of our pool, event 25, girls 11 and 1200 meter breaststroke, heat 1 of 4. Swimming in lane 1, Emery Horvath, Lake Erie. Lane 2, Reese Jensen, Wisconsin. Lane 3, Delaney Radelski, Team Wisconsin. Lane 4, Estelle Bergs, Minnesota. Lane 5, Kate Ebert, Minnesota. Lane 6, Surya Moss, Michigan. And lane 7, Dana Assad, Team Iowa Swimming. We have more results for tonight. Event 16, boys 13-14, 200 meter IM. Your alternates, Henry Christensen, Henry Paul. B final, Reed McCammon, Parker Miller, Clayton Treharn, James Yon, Braden McGuire, Isaiah Jacob, Krypton Helmrich, Jasper Barone. A final, William Zuo, Antonio Belaza, Jaiwen Shu, Henry Zanton, Ben Susel, Jackson Logston, Benjamin Wazotsky, and Max Garbax. It is currently 9:35. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Heat 2 of 4. Swimming in lane 1, Ginger Fay, Team Iowa. Lane 2, Ashlyn Burns, Team Iowa. Lane 3, Raina Boxwell, Team Wisconsin. Lane 4, Una Nelson, Team Minnesota. Lane 5, Melinda Zong, Team Missouri Valley. Lane 6, Maeve Parkins, Team Wisconsin. Lane 7, Anna Lee, Team Minnesota. And lane 8, Ellen Barnes, Team Lake Erie. More results for tonight. Event 17, girls 11 and 12, 50-meter backstroke. Your alternates, Mary Bow, Morgan Rutherford. Your B final, Clara Aurelia, Ashlyn Burns, Olivia Strickler, Maddie Steiner, Sabrina Brillmeyer, Elena Lumens, Ella Urban, Lottie Smith. Your A final, Lilu Thompson, Kerrigan McKim, Lucy Paradis, Grayson Schindhelm, Raina Boxwell, Livy Solt, Hayden Benbow, Macy Severud. And your D2 final, Lena Aronis. It is 9:38. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Heat 3 of 4. Lane 1, Catherine Deeb, Team Minnesota. Lane 2, Jamie Zola, Team Wisconsin. Lane 3, Jenny Burke, Team Wisconsin. Lane 4, Claire Goslin, Team Michigan. Lane 5, Lauren Cluse, Team Iowa. Lane 6, Bryn Heidemann, Team Wisconsin. Lane 7, Stella Beach, Team Wisconsin. Lane 8, Bella Jimenez, Team Lake Erie. Heat 3 of 4. More final announcements for tonight. Event 18, boys 11 and 12, 50-meter backstroke. In your B final, Eamon Huey, Warwick Kearns, Landon Diditsky, Yusuf Omar, Charlie Reynolds, Adrian Sanchez, Anthony DiRenzo, Sam Mazon. In your A final, Leighton Norum, Bo Breckenridge, Matthew Whitmire, Grant Nugent, Grayson Ludall, Tupper Gorman, Cash Hungerholt, and Sheldon Lamb. Your D2 final, Connor Miller. It is currently 9:39. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Heat 4. Swimming in lane 1, Liv Eltonbruns, Minnesota. Lane 2, Charlie Greger, Wisconsin. Lane 3, Quinn Barone, Minnesota. Lane 4, Maddie Mathiasen, Minnesota. Lane 5, Alexis Conkey, Michigan. Lane 6, Ivy Talsma, Michigan. Lane 7, Moira Keenan, Wisconsin. And in lane 8, Genevieve Welch, Team Wisconsin. This is Heat 4 of 4. Don't forget, this is live streamed on YouTube. Make sure to share it with friends and family at dsmytv.com. Event 26, boys 11 and 12, 100-meter breaststroke, heat 1 of 2. Swimming in lane 1, Ben Nowak, Team Minnesota. Lane 2, Harrison Mintle, Team Iowa. Lane 3, Jack McCool, Team Minnesota. Lane 4, Hudson Brennan, Team Minnesota. Lane 5, Cameron Dula, Team Wisconsin. Lane 6, Charlie Troyer, Team Wisconsin. Lane 7, Emmett Bodette, Team Minnesota. Heat 1 of 2. More finals for tonight. Event 19, girls 13 and 14, 50-meter backstroke. Your alternates, Iris Sorensen-Wagner, Keely Wheeler. B final, Vivian Uchig, Julia Barral, Jada Ripke, Chelsea Willenbring, Emma Sina, Nala Mametella, Georgia Grant, Dahlia Brown. In your A final, Case McAllister, Sasha Weiner, Catherine Sorby, Adriana Drake, Maddie Parent, Miranda Phelps, Tay Martins, and Avery Antoniewski. It is currently 9:43. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Swimming in lane 1, Alex Shue, Team Michigan. Lane 2, Maxim Nasdrin, Missouri Valley. Lane 3, Ellis Briley, Missouri Valley. Lane 4, Braden Chen, Lake Erie. Lane 5, Jackson Wright, Minnesota. Lane 6, Matthew Dorshug, Team Michigan. Lane 7, Isaac Fowler, Team Lake Erie. This is heat 2 of 2. More finals for tonight. Your alternates for event 20, boys 13, 14, 50-meter backstroke. Your alternates are Jude Linderblood and Brandon Cott. Your B final, Briggs Borchardt, Sam Christie, Javi Gomez Mendoza, Eric Spencer, Leon Bykov, Greg Florimon, Tanner Copeland, and Brecken Curran. Your A final, Rowan Geiger, Krypton Helmrich, Charlie Craig, Daedric Walisek, Ian Kimhack, Alex Engelhardt, Jackson Logsden, and Graham Henderson. It is currently 9:45. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Event 27, girls 13 and 1400-meter breaststroke, heat 1 of 4. Swimming in lane 3, Phoebe Zalewski, Team Michigan. Lane 4, Avery Obelman, Team Minnesota. And lane 5, Addie Hines, Team Wisconsin. This is heat 1 of 4. This is your conscience speaking. A mid-morning snack sounds lovely right now. Luckily, Concessions is serving everything that your heart desires. Heat 2. Swimming in lane 1, Katie Thiessen, Team Iowa. Lane 2, Lena Clifford, Team Lake Erie. Lane 3, Helen Malkleit, Team Wisconsin. Mocklight. Lane 4, Kinley Baber, Team Missouri Valley. Lane 5, Amira Wen-Ingazolbay, Team Minnesota. Lane 6, Adriana Drake, Team Michigan. And lane 7, Sophie Keller, Team Lake Erie. This is heat 2 of 4. Heat 3. Swimming in lane 1, Kira Jokes, Wisconsin. Lane 2, Iris Sorensen Wagner, Minnesota. Lane 3, Helena Mattis, Team Missouri Valley. Lane 4, Miranda Francois, Team Minnesota. Lane 5, Maddie Loken, Team Wisconsin. Lane 6, Mia Dungoski, Team Minnesota. Lane 7, Lydia Hajdukovic, Team Minnesota. Lane 8, Ellie Katz, Team Minnesota. Heat 3 of 4. Finals for tonight. Event 25, girls 11 and 1200 meter breaststroke. Your alternates, Charlie Greger, Catherine Deeb. B final, Estelle Bergs, Stella Beach, Liv Olchenbruns, Genevieve Welch, Ivy Talsma, Lauren Kloos, Surya Mas, Jamie Zola. Your A final, Jenny Burke, Bryn Heidemann, Raina Boxwell, Melinda Zong, Una Nelson, Claire Goslin, Alexis Conkey, and Maddie Mathiasen. It is currently 9:50 a.m. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Heat 4. Swimming in lane 1, Maddie Dubois, Team Wisconsin. Lane 2, Kate Waltz, Team Minnesota. Lane 3, Reese Leiter, Team Wisconsin. Lane 4, Tessa Hansen, Team Wisconsin. Lane 5, Claire Christiansen, Team Minnesota. Lane 6, Lorelei Kaufman, Team Lake Erie. Lane 7, Haley Brockman, Team Minnesota. And then lane 8, Piper Jivak, Team Iowa. This is Heat 4 of 4. More results tonight. Event 26, boys 11 and 1200 meter breaststroke. Your B final, Ben Nowak, Isaac Fowler, Alex Shue, Maxim Nasdrin. Your A final, Emmett Bodette, Jack McCool, Harrison Mintle, Charlie Troyer, Ellis Briley, Matthew Dorshug, Jackson Wright, and Hudson Brennan. It is 9:52. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Event 28, boys 13 and 1400 meter breaststroke, Heat 1 of 5. Swimming in lane 3, Ewan Jacks, Team Michigan. Lane 4, Thesath Wickeremesine, Team Lake Erie. And lane 5, Casey Cullivan, Team Lake Erie. Heat 1 of 5. Heat 2. Swimming in lane 1, Brian Ormiston, Lake Erie. Lane 2, Ryan Shue, Michigan. Lane 3, Brady Bond, Michigan. Lane 4, Ethan Hong, Michigan. Lane 5, Rockdown, Michigan. Lane 6, Henry Prawl, Wisconsin. Lane 7, Sam Bergen, Wisconsin. And lane 8, Kellen Krantz, Minnesota. Heat 2 of 5. Reminder, we have a professional photographer taking photos of our swimmers. Great action shots. If you would like to see if your swimmer got a picture taken, check up on the mezzanine. There should be QR codes and passwords. Those will be posted after each session. Heat 3. In lane 1, Henry Bolt, Wisconsin. Lane 2, Mackenzie Schroeder, Minnesota. Lane 3, Will Dietrich, Wisconsin. Lane 4, Alex Engelhart, Tame, Iowa. Lane 5, Bennett Krookberg, Minnesota. Lane 6, Carlisle Beltran, Missouri Valley. Lane 7, Heat 4. Swimming in lane 1, Brody Vetch, Minnesota. Lane 2, William Zuo, Minnesota. Lane 3, Rice Jenkins, Wisconsin. Lane 4, Parker Miller, Minnesota. Lane 5, Ben Susel, Team Iowa. Lane 6, Braden McGuire, Iowa. Lane 7, Noah Landry, Minnesota. And in lane 8, Matthew Riggs, Missouri Valley. More results tonight, event 27. Your girls 13 and 14, 100-meter breaststroke. Your alternates, Iris Sorensen Wagner, Kate Waltz. Your B final, Amira Wen Inglesby, Ellie Katz, Mia Dongoski, Lydia Hudokovich, Kira Jokes, Sophie Keller, Reese Leiter, Helen Malkite. Your A final, Helena Mattis, Adrian Drake, Lorelei Kaufman, Claire Christiansen, Maddie Loken, Miranda Francois, Kinley Baber, Tessa Hansen. It is currently 9:59. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Heat 5. In lane 1, Joshua Lee, Minnesota. Lane 2, Gabe Broden, Minnesota. Lane 3, Luke Woodhouse, Lake Erie. Lane 4, Henry Zanton, Wisconsin. Lane 5, Will Vandenbush, Wisconsin. Lane 6, Lucas Vargas, Wisconsin. Lane 7, Jacob, Minnesota. And in lane 8, James Yon, Lake Erie. Heat 5 of 5. Event 29, girls 11 and 1200 meter freestyle heat 1 of 6. Lane 1, Frankie Martino, Team Iowa. Lane 2, Delaney Rydelski, Wisconsin. Lane 3, Paige Turnbow, Minnesota. Lane 4, Lexi Miner, Wisconsin. Lane 5, Bryn Palmer, Minnesota. Lane 6, Maeve Parkins, Wisconsin. And Lane 7, Ginger Fay with Team Iowa. This is heat 1 of 6. Heat 2. In lane 1, Mara Kretz, Minnesota. Lane 2, Avery Bahonik, Iowa. Lane 3, Lane Grizel, Missouri Valley. Lane 4, Zoe Strander, Michigan. Lane 5, Olivia Thornby, Michigan. Lane 6, Peyton Pascal, Wisconsin. Lane 7, Soraya Moss, Michigan. And lane 8, Izzy Samide, Lake Erie, heat 2 of 6. Heat 3. Lane 1, Sasha Baikova, Iowa. Lane 2, Autumn McIntosh, Missouri Valley. Lane 3, Megan Hovard, Michigan. Lane 4, Charlotte Germain, Michigan. Lane 5, Kinsley Smith, Iowa. Lane 6, Moira Keenan, Wisconsin. Lane 7, Addie Lant, Minnesota. Lane 8, Sophia Hogan, Wisconsin. Heat 3 of 6. Results tonight, event 28, boys 13, 1400 meter breaststroke. Your alternates, Gabe Broden, Braden McGuire. B final, Ian Kimak, William Zuo, Lucas Vargas, Will Dietrich, James Yan, Parker Miller, Carlo Bentron, Bennett Krukerberg. A final, Matthew Riggs, Will Vandenbush, Luke Woodhouse, Will Jabs, Reese Jenkins, Alex Engelhardt, Ben Susel, and Henry Zanton. It is currently 10:05. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Heat 4. Lane 1, Maddie Steiner, Wisconsin. Lane 2, Poppy Lacrosse, Michigan. Lane 3, Grayson Schindhelm, Wisconsin. Lane 4, Grace Richter, Lake Erie. Lane 5, Ela Egbers, Minnesota. Lane 6, Stella Schmidt, Lake Erie. Lane 7, Ainsley Palmer, Wisconsin. Lane 8, Ella Urban, Wisconsin. Heat 4 of 6. Event 16, the boys 13-14 200-meter IM finals are closed. There were 0 scratches. Heat 5. In lane 1, Kaylin Reedy, Michigan. Lane 2, Jordan McPhee, Wisconsin. Lane 3, Elena Lumens, Wisconsin. Lane 4, Jocelyn Rabuk, Wisconsin. Lane 5, Hayden Benbow, Missouri Valley. Lane 6, Calais Turner, Missouri Valley. Lane 7, Ashlyn Burns, Team Iowa. Lane 8, Clara Lauritsen, Team Michigan. Heat 5 of 6. Heat 6. Lane 1, Melinda Zong, Missouri Valley. Lane 2, Maddie Kissinger, Minnesota. Lane 3, Aria Armstrong, Minnesota. Lane 4, Livy Solt, Minnesota. Lane 5, Reagan Bollinger, Missouri Valley. Lane 6, Kate Jones, Missouri Valley. Lane 7, Maddie Mathiasen, Minnesota. And Lane 8, Sophia Kukowski Gonzalez, Team Minnesota. Heat 6. Event 17, the girls 11 and 12 50-meter backstroke is closed. The finals are closed. There were 0 scratches. Event 30, boys 11 and 1200-meter freestyle, heat 1 of 4. Kicking off in lane 3, Braden Long, Lake Erie. Lane 4, Sam Mazon, Lake Erie. Lane 5, Reich Joyner, Team Minnesota. This is heat 1 of 4. Heat 2. Lane 1, Grant Hartman, Missouri Valley. Lane 2, Charlie Troyer, Wisconsin. Lane 3, Chase Miller, Wisconsin. Lane 4, Aiden Kelly, Michigan. Lane 5, Zach Felton, Missouri Valley. Lane 6, Cormit Jocks, Michigan. And in Lane 7, Matt Reed, Team Iowa Swimming, Heat 2 of 4. Event 18, boys 11 and 12, 50-meter backstroke. The final tonight, it is closed. There were 0 scratches. Up next is Heat 3 after we get the blocks on Lane 2 fixed. Lane 1, Yusuf Omar, Minnesota. Lane 2, Owen Smith, Wisconsin. Lane 3, Jacob Stolt, Wisconsin. Lane 4, Ozzy Ledesma, Michigan. Lane 5, Grayson Ludall, Minnesota. Lane 6, Jack Elliott, Wisconsin. Lane 7, Connor Miller, Minnesota. Lane 8, Julian Stump, Minnesota. This is Heat 3 of 4. Event 19, girls 13, 14, 50-meter backstroke. Final is closed. There were 0 scratches. Heat 4. Lane 1, Anthony DiRenzo, Lake Erie. Lane 2, Cameron Dula, Wisconsin. Lane 3, Cash Hungerholt, Wisconsin. Lane 4, Sheldon Lamb, Iowa. Lane 5, Adrian Sanchez, Minnesota. Lane 6, Frederick Musa, Michigan. Lane 7, Tupper Gorman, Michigan. And Lane 8, Cooper Stout, Team Minnesota. Event 31, girls 13, 14, 200-meter freestyle, Heat 1 of 5. Lane 3, Grace Hostetler, Lake Erie. Lane 4, Ashley Palmer, Wisconsin. Lane 5, Helen Macklight, Wisconsin. Lane 6, Stella Oliverio, Team Lake Erie. This is heat 1 of 5. Girls 13-14, 200 meter freestyle, event 31. Event 20, boys 13-14, 50 meter backstroke. Final for tonight is closed. There were 0 scratches. First announcement for finals tonight, event 29, the girls 11 and 1200 meter freestyle. Your alternates, Kinsley Smith, Olivia Thornby. Your B final, Aria Armstrong, Jordan McPhee, Reagan Bollinger, Stella Schmidt, Ainsley Palmer, Isla Egbers, Elena Lumens, Charlotte Germain. Your A final, Grayson Schindhelm, Poppy Lacrosse, Kate Jones, Kaylin Reedy, Hayden Benbow, Jocelyn Rabuck, Livy Solt, and Grace Richter. It is currently 10:18. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Heat 2. Swimming in lane 1, Vivian Uchig, Team Wisconsin. Lane 2, Sophie Katz, Minnesota. Lane 3, Sophia Heast, Michigan. In 4, Helena Mundasev, Iowa. Lane 5, Ava Jonjak, Wisconsin. Lane 6, Isabel Lane, with Minnesota. Lane 7, Vivian Lenzen, Minnesota. And in lane 8, Natalie Lauritsen, Michigan. Heat 2 of 5. Heat 3. Swimming in lane 1, Avery Hogue, Missouri Valley. Lane 2, Alexia Procurar, Wisconsin. Lane 3, Elise Miller, Wisconsin. Lane 4, Amanda Lotes, Wisconsin. Lane 5, Jiun Wu, Michigan. Lane 6, Abigail Vermelt, Team Wisconsin. Lane 7, Kimber Corwin, Team Iowa. And in lane 8, Caroline Nielsen, Team Wisconsin. It is Heat 3 of 5. Event 25, girls 11 and 1200 meter breaststroke. The final is now closed. There were 0 scratches. Heat 4. Swimming in lane 1, Lily Wilkinson, Minnesota. Lane 2, Rachel Berzinski, Wisconsin. Lane 3, Kara Gorzek, Minnesota. Lane 4, Kaya Casey, Minnesota. Lane 5, Vivian Schott, Minnesota. Lane 6, Poppy Sickler, Wisconsin. Lane 7, Tay Martin, Wisconsin. And lane 8, Greta Huberg, Team Iowa. Seat 4 of 5. Have an announcement for events 21 and 22 and 23 and 24 for the 800 free. They have reordered how they are going to be doing these. After the first heats, they're going to intermix boy, girl, boy, girl. It has been posted on the website, so feel free to go check, but they will start with the fastest heats, boy, girl as a final, and then they will alternate heats. Events 21, 22, 23, and 24. Event 26, boys 11 and 1200 meter breaststroke. Final is closed. There were 0 scratches. I haven't read this yet. Event 30, boys 11 and 1200 meter freestyle. First announcement for finals. Your alternates, Cooper Stout, Braden Long. Your B final, Anthony Dorenzo, Charlie Troyer, Matt Reed, Frederick Musa, Adrian Sanchez, Tupper Gorman, Jack Elliott, Chase Miller. Your A final, Cormac Jacks, Grayson Ludall, Jacob Stolt, Ozzy Ledesma, Zach Felton, Aiden Kelly, Cash Hungerholt, and Sheldon Lamb. And your D2 final, Connor Miller. It is currently 10:25. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Heat 5 of 5. Swimming in lane 1, Melanie Oritz, Team Michigan. Lane 2, Andrea Amaro, Michigan. Lane 3, Emma Sina, Wisconsin. Lane 4, Jayla Kutzak, Michigan. Lane 5, Clara Seaman, Missouri Valley. Lane 6, Amber Stringer, Missouri Valley. Lane 7, Elena Pontrelli, Minnesota. And lane 8, Elena Vasky, Team Iowa. Heat 5 of 5. Want to share this one more time. They've revised events 21 and 22 and 23 and 24. As it was shown when you came this morning, they were going to have 21 swim all their heats, then 22, 23, 24. They are now going to alternate 21 girls, then 21 boys, 21 girls, 21 boys. That heat sheet can be found posted online. Heads up. We have corrected results for event 28. The boys 13, 1400 meter breaststroke. Our alternates, Gabe Broden, Braden McGuire, your B final, Ian Kimack, William Zuo, Lucas Vargas, Will Dietrich, James Yan, Parker Miller, Carlisle Beltran, and Bennett Krukeberg. Your A final, Matthew Riggs, Will Vandenbush, Luke Woodhouse, Will Jabs, Reese Jenkins, Alex Engelhart, Ben Susel, and Henry Zanton. It is 10:28. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Event 32, boys 13 to 14, 200 meter freestyle, heat 1 of 5. Swimming in lane 3, Josh Heckler, Minnesota. Lane 4, Finn Novak, Minnesota. And in lane 5, Morgan Dorsey, Wisconsin, heat 1 of 5. Not to gild the proverbial lily, but I just want to clear up event 21, 22, 23, 24. The fastest two heats, or the fastest heat for the girls and the boys in each of those will swim tonight in the final. So event 21, heat 1, event 22, heat 1, 23, heat 1, 24, heat 1, swim tonight. This morning, heats 3, 4, 5, 6, for all of those will alternate boy, girl, boy, girl. Heat 2. In lane 2, Brady Bond, Team Michigan. Lane 3, Josh Peters, Minnesota. Lane 4, Braden Greer, Lake Erie. Lane 5, Isaac Stewart, Missouri Valley. Lane 6, Bennett Krukeberg, Minnesota. And in lane 7, Danny Warren, Lake Erie. Heat 2 of 5. Heat 3. In lane 1, Rowan Langer, Wisconsin. Lane 2, Henry Christensen, Missouri Valley. Lane 3, Blake Royce, Missouri Valley. Lane 4, Jake McPhail, Lake Erie. Lane 5, Anthony Kopinski, Michigan. Lane 6, Zach Moore, Minnesota. Lane 7, Wes Knapp, Minnesota. And in lane 8, Sam Ero, Team Michigan. This is Heat 3 of 5. Final for event 27, girls 13-14 100-meter breaststroke is now closed. There were 0 scratches. Heat 4. Swimming in lane 1, Justin Akopny, Michigan. Lane 2, Max Mako, Iowa. Lane 3, Talon Smith, Lake Erie. Lane 4, Charlie Nope, Michigan. Lane 5, Reed McCammon, Michigan. Lane 6, Liam McAuliffe, Minnesota. Lane 7, Sam Christie, Missouri Valley. And in lane 8, Reed Turney, Lake Erie. Heat 4 of 5. Don't forget to visit Elsmore Swim Shop. It's down on the first floor of the YMCA on your way to the bathrooms. We have a corrected finals. Event 30, boys 11 and 1200 meter freestyle. Your alternates, Cooper Stout, Sam Mazon. B final, Anthony DiRenzo, Charlie Troyer, Matt Reed, Frederick Musa, Adrian Sanchez, Tupper Gorman, Jack Elliott, Chase Miller. Your A final, Cormac Jacks, Grayson Ludall, Jacob Stolt, Ozzy Ledesma, Zach Felton, Aiden Kelly, Cash Hungerholt, Sheldon Lamb. And your D2 final, Connor Miller. It is 10:38. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Heat 5. Swimming in lane 1, Henry Peterson, Minnesota. Lane 2, Rowan Irwin, Minnesota. Lane 3, Isaac Knapp, Iowa. Lane 4, Kai Joyner, Minnesota. Lane 5, Aiden Malk, Lake Erie. In lane 6, Rowan Geiger, Wisconsin. In 7 is Jack Swanson, Minnesota. And in lane 8, Miles Tomsick, Missouri Valley. Heat 5 of 5, event 32. Event 33, the girls 11, 12, 200 meter butterfly will be swimming tonight with finals. That is heat 1 of 1. Event 34, boys 11, 12, 200 meter butterfly. Heat 2 will also be swimming with the finals tonight. Now on to event 34, the boys 11 and 12, 200 meter butterfly, heat 1. Swimming in lane 3 is Landon Dudinsky, Team Michigan. Lane 4 is Joseph Saputra, Team Iowa. And in lane 5 is Graham Ellis, Team Missouri Valley, Heat 1. Finals tonight, event 31, your girls 13 and 14 200-meter freestyle. Alternates, Elena Pontrelli, Andrea Amaro. B final, Abigail Fromelt, Elena Vasky, Avery Hogue, Jayla Kutzak, Elise Miller, Melanie Ortiz, Poppy Sickler, Natalie Loritzen. A final, Vivian Schott, Karen Gorzek, Emma Sina, Amber Stringer, Ji-Yun Woo, Kaya Casey, Amanda Lotz, and Clara Simon. It is currently 10:44 a.m. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Event 35, girls 13 and 14, 100-meter butterfly heat, 1 of 4. In lane 3, Emma Rich, Lake Erie. Lane 4, Sarah Johnson, Wisconsin. And in lane 5, Ava Pavek, Minnesota. This is heat 1 of 4. Results, event 32, boys 13-14, 200-meter freestyle. Alternates, Jack Swanson, Henry Christensen. B final, Sam Christie, Reed Turney, Blake Royce, Isaac Stewart, Liam McAuliffe, Reed McCammon, Isaac Knapp, Sam Ero. A final, Rowan Irwin, Aiden Malk, Zach Moore, Tullen Smith, Anthony Kapinski, Jake McPhail, Charlie Nope, and Kai Joyner. It is 10:46. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Heat 2. Lane 1, Lily Wilkinson, Minnesota. Lane 2, Liddy McCoy, Missouri Valley. Lane 3, Madison Shyrock, Missouri Valley. Shryock, sorry. Lane 4, Anya Kurowski, Wisconsin. Lane 5, Ava Hughes, Lake Erie. Lane 6, Nora Landon, Iowa. Lane 7, Soph Berg, Minnesota. And then Lane 8, Emma Ristow, Minnesota. Heat 2 of 4. Heat 3. Lane 1, Kinley Plummer, Wisconsin. Lane 2, Molly Mahoney, Minnesota. Lane 3, Ella Marsh, Missouri Valley. Lane 4, Clara Seaman, Missouri Valley. Lane 5, Neva Sanders, Minnesota. Lane 6, Maria El-Kudsi, Michigan. Lane 7, Miranda Phelps, Michigan. Lane 8, Johanna Silva Castro, Michigan. Heat 3 of 4. Event 29, girls 11 and 12, 100-meter freestyle. That final is closed. There were 0 scratches. Heat 4. Lane 1, Sydney Johnson, Wisconsin. Lane 2, Lauren Kamasa, Wisconsin. Lane 3, Elise Brazil, Wisconsin. Lane 4, Kinley Baber, Missouri Valley. Lane 5, Marion Cowhite, Minnesota. Lane 6, Avery Hogue, Missouri Valley. Lane 7, Maddie Parent, Minnesota. And then Lane 8, Bella Johnson, Minnesota. Heat 4 of 4. Now we have event 36, the boys 13 and 14, 100-meter butterfly, heat 1. Swimming in lane 2, Tio Figueroa, Wisconsin. Lane 3, Brecken Curran, Wisconsin. Lane 4, Colton Brower, Michigan. Lane 5, Sam Welniak, Wisconsin. Lane 6, Timmy Riolo, Minnesota. Lane 7, Anderson Wozniak, Team Lake Erie, Heat 1 of 4. Heat 2 of 4. In lane 1, Gabriel Van, Michigan. Lane 2, Braden McGuire, Iowa. Lane 3, Bennett Krookberg, Minnesota. Lane 4, Benjamin Wysotsky, Wisconsin. Lane 5, Anthony Kopinski, Michigan. Lane 6, Bryson Hugas, Minnesota. Lane 7, Isaiah Jacob, Minnesota. And in lane 8, Spencer Gremben, Team Wisconsin. This is Heat 2 of 4. Heat 3 of 4. Lane 1, Henry Zanton, Wisconsin. Lane 2, Isaac Knapp, Iowa. Lane 3, Antonio Beleza, Michigan. Lane 4, Peyton McGuire, Minnesota. Lane 5, Diedrich Walasek, Minnesota. Lane 6, Jaiwan Shu, Minnesota. Lane 7, Max Mako, Iowa. And Lane 8, Miles Tomsick, Missouri Valley. Heat 3 of 4. Heat 4. Swimming in lane 1, Riley Burke, Wisconsin. Lane 2, Parker Hicks, Wisconsin. Lane 3, Aiden Malk, Lake Erie. Lane 4, Max Garbax, Wisconsin. Lane 5, Graham Henderson, Missouri Valley. Lane 6, Jackson Logsdon, Michigan. Lane 7, Micah Debelts, Minnesota. And in lane 8, Talon Smith, Lake Erie. Heat 4-4. Up next, we have event 21, the girls, 11 and 12, 800 freestyle. We will be starting with Heat 2 of the girls 800 freestyle. Heat 1 will be swam with the finals tonight. Swimming in lane 1, Ella Herder, Michigan. Lane 2, Allie Gorzek, Minnesota. Lane 3, Kate Jones, Missouri Valley. Lane 4, Claire Goslin, Michigan. Lane 5, Annie Remus, Wisconsin. Lane 6, Sophia Hogan, Wisconsin. And in lane 7, Riley Massoglia, Michigan. Event 28, the boys 1400 meter breaststroke final has been closed. There were 0 scratches. Finals announcements tonight. Event 35, girls 13 and 1400 meter butterfly. Alternates, Soph Berg, Nora Landon. B final, Maddie Parent, Molly Mahoney, Lauren Kamasa, Miranda Phelps, Ava Hughes, Elise Brazale, Avery Hogue, Liddy McCoy. Your A final, Ella Marsh, Maria L. Kutsi, Clara Seaman, Marion Calwheat, Neva Sanders, Anya Kurowski, Madison Shryock, and Kinley Baber. It is currently 11:02. You have 30 minutes to scratch. We have finals announcements for event 36, boys 13 and 1400 meter butterfly. Your alternates: Micah Debelts, Colton Brower. B final: Gabriel Van, Max Mako, Bryson Hogus, Aiden Malk, Isaac Knapp, Bennett Krookberg, Parker Hicks, Anthony Kopinski. Your A final: Jaiwan Shu, Antonio Belleza, Diedrich Walizek, Jackson Logsdon, Peyton McGuire, Benjamin Wasatsky, Graham Henderson, and Max Garbax. It is currently 11:04 a.m. You have 30 minutes to scratch. Results, event 30, boys 11 and 1200 meter freestyle. That final has been closed. There were 0 scratches. Event 22, boys 11 12, 800 free, heat 2. Swimming in lane 1, Cormac Jacks, Michigan. Lane 2, Jack Elliott, Wisconsin. Lane 3, Levi Richards, Iowa. Lane 4, Max Jeffries, Iowa. Lane 5, Oleg Duliba, Wisconsin. Lane 6, Keshev Kuran, Wisconsin. Lane 7, Charlie Reynolds, Wisconsin. And lane 8, Braden Long, Lake Erie. Heat 2 of 3. Final for tonight, event 31, girls 13 and 14, 200 meter freestyle. The event is closed. There were 0 scratches. Event 32, boys 13-14, 200 meter freestyle. That final tonight is closed with 0 scratches. Event 21 girls, 11, 12, 800 free, heat 3. Swimming in lane 3, Riley Jacob, Lake Erie. Lane 4, Kinsley Smith, Iowa. And in lane 5, Addie Meyer, Iowa. Heat 3 of 3. Swimmers, coaches, and fans, we have a lot of swimming that's going to take place over the next few days. Please take a moment to clean up. You have younger swimmers coming in. Parents, do I have to ask? Pick up your stuff. Event 22, boys 11-12, 800 meter heat 3. In this heat, we have lane 1, Evan Parks, Missouri Valley. Lane 2, Charlie Dunbar, Michigan. Lane 3, Reich Joyner, Minnesota. Lane 4, Eamon Huey, Minnesota. Lane 5, Elijah Martin, Michigan. Lane 6, Julian Strumpf, Minnesota. And lane 7, Isaac Fowler, Lake Erie. This is heat 3 of 3. Event 35, girls 13-14, 100 meter butterfly. That final is now closed, 0 scratches. Final announcement, event 36, boys 1400 meter butterfly. That final is closed. One alternate scratched. Event 23, girls, 13, 14, 800 freestyle, heat 2. Lane 1, Ramsey Carter, Team Iowa. Lane 2, Susanna Lowry, Team Wisconsin. Lane 3, Greta Huberg, Team Iowa. Lane 4, Andrea Amaro, Michigan. Lane 5, Emily Cavill, Wisconsin. Lane 6, Kara Gorzek, Minnesota. And lane 7, Marley Houdeker, Team Wisconsin. This is heat 2. Event 24, boys 13, 14, 800 meter freestyle, heat 2. In lane 1, Josh Peters, Minnesota. Lane 2, Blake Royce, Missouri Valley. Lane 3, Chris June, Lake Erie. Lane 4, Zach Moore, Minnesota. Lane 5, Wes Knapp, Minnesota. Lane 6, Reed Turney, Lake Erie. Lane 7, Jack Swanson, Minnesota. Lane 8, Gus LaRoe, Team Iowa. Heat 2 of 3. Heat 3. In lane 1, Alan Bertelson, Minnesota. Lane 2, Andrew Wozniak, Lake Erie. Lane 3, Morgan Dorsey, Wisconsin. Lane 4, Jasper Barone, Minnesota. Lane 5, Liam McAuliffe, Minnesota. Lane 6, Gabe Deach, Wisconsin. And in lane 7, Grayson Mays, Team Missouri. Heat 3 of 3.